Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Jay Hollingshed, your high performance mindset coach and public speaker. I am back. I am live. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is episode 153 of 365, and this is my 7 Pillars of Mental Performance series. Thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate you. Now, today is Friday, day 6 of the week, in which we always discuss pillar number 6. Pillar number 6 of 7. Pillar number 6 is managing stress. Big ups to my brother AJ Arthur Hollingshed tuning in his front row seat, season ticket holder as usual. For those that want to watch this video in its entirety, you can do that on my YouTube channel. Every episode I do is backlogged on YouTube within 24 hours of it airing as a live broadcast. I would like to thank those of you watching on repeat. Everybody watching on repeat, I get so much love from my repeat watchers. Thank you as well. Herbert Henley, Shirley Boyle, and Trisha Crawford. What's up? My classmate from Palm Ford. What's up, Trish? How you doing? So without any further delay, let's go right into it. Today is day 6, managing stress. All right, so here we go. Now, when it comes to managing stress, we have to get an understanding of the environment that we are in, who we are, and the stressors that approach us or the stressful situations that we encounter. Excuse me. First, let's start off by doing this. Understanding that we are what we attract. So with that being said, and with that understanding, the actions we give off, the thoughts we have, the energies, the vibrations that we put out, we reciprocate all of that. So we will attract. Naturally, we will attract more of what we give. We will attract more of what we are. So when we're putting that out, we're going to get that right back. It's just like saying you get what you give. That old that old phrase, it holds true. You give off negative energies, those negative energies come back. So when it comes to your stress level and your stressors, the stress you give off, or if you're thinking from a stressful environment, you're thinking from a stressful place, if you are operating and taking actions from a stressful mental environment, then you are giving off or emitting stressors. So that's going to come back in the form of stress. You reciprocate the actions. It's all in a cycle, as I described yesterday. The life happens in cycles. What we give out, it comes back. So with that understanding, I got 2 questions for you. The first question, are you stressed? If so, you're giving off that stress and it's going to come right back. My next question, are you of an optimistic mindset? Are you an optimistic person? If you are, the opposite is going to happen. You're going to give off those optimistic vibes, optimistic vibes. You're going to give off those type of energies, and you're going to take those type of actions. Those are the actions or the energies that's going to come back to you in the form of optimistic circumstances, optimistic situations. Now, by doing that, we actually shape and control our circumstances, and we shape and control, or we modify our situations. Now, that means we are creators. We create our own circumstances. We create and shape the conditions of our circumstances as they come to us. We have the ability to do that. Now, with that understanding, keep this in mind. Stress is nothing more than energy. Stress is an energy, okay? It's an energy that can be retitled. I say retitled because stress, a stressful energy comes in 2 forms. You have eustress and you have distress. Eustress is a good stress. It's a stressor that pushes you to act in a positive manner. It pushes you to be more productive. It pushes you to have a positive outcome. Distress is a negative stressor. It produces a negative effect on you physically and in turn hurts you mentally, in the form of high blood pressure, things of that nature. And when those type of things happen, you can't mentally perform. You can't mentally have sound judgment and good performance in a body that's not physically well. So with those in mind, distress and eustress, we have the ability and We have the ability, because we are creators, we can shape the energies that come to us, our stressors that come to us, we can shape those. Now, let's take this, here's an example. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the martial art form called Aikido. If you aren't familiar with it, you may be familiar with Steven Seagal, the martial artist and the actor. The form of martial arts that he uses is Aikido. Now, if you notice, he never attacks. His opponents always come and attacks him. They bring their motion, their energy. They come and attack him. So they are bringing energy to him with the purpose of harming him. So they are bringing him stress. Now, in the style of martial arts called Aikido, you take that negative stress, or you take the movement and the energy of your attacker or of your opponent, and you use that against them. So if you notice, every time somebody attacks Steven Seagal, he normally sidesteps, he uses an arm bar or locks in their arm or some type of close range contact. But when he does that, he takes their energy and uses it against them. And if he sidesteps and you are coming at him super hard, okay, he'll sidestep and allow you to keep going and then swing you back, okay, with the energy that you brought to him. So with that example, let's use that for the stressors that you have, stressful circumstances that come to you. You can take those. Like I said, the stress is nothing more than energy. That's all stress is. You can take that, rename it or retitle it from distress to eustress. Take that energy, flip it, okay? You can take that energy because you are creators. You create your own circumstances. You shape and shift your own situations. You can do the same thing. It takes energy to do that. So take the energy of the stress that comes to you and you can just press that pause button, okay? Whenever you see that negative stress coming at you or something hard coming at you, do this. Press the pause button, that mental pause button, and just stop and think, okay, I got this mess coming at me, this mess called stress. I don't like it. What can I do about it? I can either let that stress hit me and I react, or I can sit here and intelligently respond. Let me think about this real quick and see what I can do with this, how I can use this stress in my favor. So when someone comes to you with some negative energy or whatever, okay, no problem. You don't have to accept that. You can accept the energy, but you don't have to accept it in a negative form. Take that, smile, say, okay, cool. Now let's have a conversation. You just gave off all that negative energy, all that negative steam you just blew at me. Let's have a conversation. What's the root of the problem? What's the root of all this negative energy? All you did was take that same energy, flip it and engage it into a conversation, and you're putting it back towards him or her or whoever that is that came to you, and you're making them think. They came to you with all that negative energy for you to react. Now you're putting it right back on them. They got to answer your questions and react to you. So control the circumstances by controlling the stress. How do you control the stress? Push the pause button. Don't react to it. Intelligently respond. And when you do that, you respond from a place of an optimistic place. So you are creating an optimistic circumstance, an optimistic situation, which will reciprocate in an optimistic form. That's all that I have today for day 153 and managing stress. This is Jay Hollingshed, your high performance mindset coach and public speaker, coming to you from my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. Thank everyone for watching, everyone that just tuned in. I don't have time to sit there and name everyone, and I don't want to leave anybody out, but God bless everyone that is tuned in. So be well, stay blessed, and as always, through love, be a blessing. God bless.